This is after I've recorded it, but just so you guys know, I do get 5 wins in a row with this deck. So make sure you stick around, watch the video, like and subscribe, and you too could possibly be as much of an aura farmer as I am, because let me tell you, I won 2 of these matches purely on aura. How's it going, everybody? Let's play some Pocket. I'm excited to show you guys this deck. If you need a good deck that'll help you get 5 wins in a row, this deck helped me, maybe it'll help you. It's a deck that I've shown off before, but we've got a couple of differences to it. It's a Rampardos Lucario deck, and we're using Sudowoodo and Marshadow. I've shown this deck before, but I was using Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. They're pretty good. We do enjoy those, don't get me wrong. But Marshadow and Sudowoodo, I should say, they're in a league of their own. So I'm going to show them off. We're going to do the event. I've already gotten the emblem. I'm sure people are going to be seeing my emblem and going, why are you here? I had like 1 or 2 guys that did that, and I was like, why are you here? So we'll see. I'm excited to show this deck off to you guys. I hope you all have had a fantastic time since the last video. I love this deck. Hopefully it's a ton of fun for you like it is for me. We'll see if we pop off. There are some okay, it's a perfect start. We're going second and we're using Sudowoodo. You gotta love it. The reason why this deck is popping off right now in this set is mostly because a lot of people are running EXs, a lot of people are running Arceus, a lot of people are running Eevee. All those cards are weak to fighting types. This deck is all about fighting types, so it gives us a lot of good options. We have a really good starting hand right now, too. We're, like, in such a good spot. There's a couple things that we have that you might be curious about. We are running Sabrina instead of Cyrus. That is mostly because this deck does not like to play for too long. We want to, like, attack things fast. We want to get things out of the way as quickly as we possibly can. Interesting. Okay. So we have an interesting choice here, but we'll wait to make it. We kind of there's a like an argument to be made that we could pull Riolu out of the deck here, but also there's a lot of other Pokemon in the deck that could really screw us up, so we're gonna ignore that for now. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit here. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Let me know in the comments what deck you've won your 5 wins with, or if you're still trying to get your 5 wins, let me know. We'll see how we do here. He's not going to switch out, interesting. He's just going to probably sack his Snivy here. We're going to put energy on the Marshadow. That's a gimme. I think we communicate. This is a tough decision because, like, both of these Pokemon are kind of what we need. But we're really looking for, like, a Riolu. So I guess we're going to get rid of the Rampardos and hope we get Riolu. If we get Granados, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with getting Granados. That's more useful to us, I guess, than anything else right now. We're just going to do another fighting headbutt here with Sudowoodo, though. We're pretty much going to keep Sudowoodo out until it gets knocked out. Because then we can bring Marshadow in, and hopefully it'll do some damage. The only way it's doing any crazy damage, though, is if we can get Lucario online, which isn't like the worst thing in the world, but we'll see. He might switch out here. Maybe he's got X speed. He's got a potion. Okay, cool, I guess. Neat. Even. If we can get Riolu here, that'd be great. That's Rampardos. That's even better. Because now we got this in the back line. Do you think he's a little spooked? I know if I was this rando, I would be kind of scared right now. I'm not going to lie. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this guy's got Rampardos in his back line. What do I do? So you see we have a lot of avenues for just different ways to attack this guy. Because we only need to knock out technically 2 of his Pokemon. And he's got to knock out a bunch of ours. So he's probably going to send Celebi out here, if I had to guess. But we knock him out with our Rampardos. Because Rampardos does 130 damage. He might Vine Whip here. No. He's just going to go into it. I wouldn't do this. You'd have to think, you know, the Snivy would probably be smarter. You leave the Snivy out, it's not getting knocked out next turn. Unless I pull Giovanni, which, like, could happen. You know? Oh, no. Oh, this is rough. I've had a couple times where I've had the same Celebi thing happen to me, where you flip 4 tails off and you're so angry. And you're so angry. You're like, why? Well, how could this happen to me? This is probably one of the most rude things I've ever seen in my life. So we're just going to get Rampardos in as quick as we can here. We could set up our other Granados. Like, I think we do. I don't think we really need Lucario at this point. It'd be nice, but I don't think we care too much since we do have Rampardos. And we have another Poke Communication, so if we need to, we can switch some stuff out. There is a chance they put in the other Celebi here? Yeah, because they could get one powerful Bloom off. They just need to hit two... Well, they need to flip both heads. It's a bit rough. It's their only, like, saving grace here, though. Like, it's a Hail Mary, but it's what they have to do. They have to flip both heads. But then we get Marshadow out, and Marshadow's going to be doing some crazy damage. Unfortunately, not going to be doing anything buffed. And we win. See this deck? We got lucky, but this deck is cooking, guys. This deck is cooking. It's doing well. We do win here. We're not gonna mince words here. Now we win. It's easy. We're out here winning the game. This is a rush down deck. It's rushing. We're rushing for wins. All right, you can see in that last match how we did pretty well there. We're gonna keep doing well. That was a grass type deck. I mean, heck, we even had options like if certain Pokemon got knocked out, like if our Sudowoodo ended up getting knocked out by the Celebi, we had Marshadow ready to go. We had Rampardos ready to go. We had many different options. Now, we did have some luck getting Skull Fossil as early as we did. There are times where you don't get Skull Fossil in your hand, like right now. But once again, we are going second, and we are starting with Sudowoodo. This is like the best. Oh, and they conceded. They conceded. They conceded. They simply knew the aura was too strong on this deck. So far, we've gotten 2 wins in a row. What is going on? Are there bots in here just giving me free wins? This name is nonsensical and is similar to the last match. If this guy also auto concedes, I'm smelling conspiracy. It's a fighting type. We're going first this time though. Okay, yeah. It happened again. I can't. The aura. Okay, we got 3 wins in a row so far. No, I watched tons of videos. This guy is level 6. Is this another one? I can't imagine. Is this another guy that's just gonna auto concede? Oh no, I hope not. I'm trying to show you guys this deck. I've watched a ton of videos that have shown me like how to run some of these decks. And I'm very appreciative like of what's his name? Jatumi? It starts with an X. It's like Xiatumi. I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard him say it. So I don't know how you say his name. But I'm super thankful for him. He has been a great help. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna play 2 Riolus here. The reason for this is we can evolve our Riolu in the back line, and so that way we can have our Riolu in the front start doing damage. There is a world where if he doesn't play, he'll play another basic. But if he didn't play another basic here, there's a world where if we pull Giovanni, we knock out this Cottony just out of nowhere. We just immediately knock this thing out. That's why Giovanni's in the deck. I do like having Giovanni in this deck. It gives me a lot of like opportunities, in your early game at least, to knock out Pokemon. A good example is Eevee has 60 health, and I'm trying to think. If you do get a Riolu buffed with a Lucario, oh, that does 60 though. I'm trying to think. This is also like this guy's just using a rental. This guy's using a rental. If we lose this rental, I'm gonna be sad, but it's possible. I'm not gonna count it out. Okay, so we didn't pull anything crazy here. There could be something to say for communicating the Rampardos out of our hand. I think we do. It's a little early for a communication, but we really don't need this extra Rampardos. Like anything else would be good. A second Lucario has hit the building. We're gonna do that. This does 40 damage. This scares the absolute loving bejesus out of them here. We have Sabrina in our hand too, which is nice. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what Cottony evolves into. Whimsicott, obviously, but I don't know what it does in this game. Oh, he's got a Parasect building up. Is he gonna do another attack here? Yep. We're gonna be doing 80 damage this next turn, by the way. I'm hoping we get something else to start building. Okay, Skull Fossil. I'll take that. We love a Skull Fossil. We're gonna do one of these, and then we're gonna do Submarine Blow. Another reason why I love Lucario decks is if you get 2 online at the same time, they're just doing 80 damage. You got free 40 damage just all the time. At some point, we might end up retreating this Lucario. It depends on whether or not we can get something else online. So if we could get another if we could get Rampardos, period, we'd be in a really good spot. This isn't really the kind of deck you're usually going to be going against, this Parasect here. It's just one of those things. We're just going against a weird deck. He will knock us out next turn. But that's okay. Sudowoodo. We don't really... The deck we're going against doesn't have any EXs in it. Normally I would play Sudowoodo. I think I'm going to hold off. If we get like a Poke Communication, it would be kind of nice to use this Sudowoodo to communicate it. Because I don't think we're going to see... I just have a feeling we're not going to see any EX. Plus it's weak to Grass type, and there's a lot of Grass types on this team, so... We're just going to rock what we got here. The Lucario is going to get knocked out here, but that's okay. Like I said, this is like a rental deck. It's not going to have Erica or anything in it. Very bizarre deck. Definitely not a deck you're normally going to be going against. But sometimes people, that all they can do is pull rentals out. And it's getting that, you know? It's nice to know how to play against a rental. So, we're just going to keep it rocking. Keep it rocking and keep it rolling. We'll use Lucario again. We're only doing 60 damage a turn this time, but that's okay. See, there's that communication I mentioned earlier. I say we go for it here. We're going to use communication to get rid of the Sudowoodo to maybe get Rampardos. If we get Marshadow, that's fine too. That's the worst possible outcome, is getting the Rampardos back. We got rid of it, and it promptly returned to our hand. I don't like that, but it is how it is. So, we'll take it. We kind of want the Scyther to come out here, and then if he doesn't evolve his Execute or his Rattata, then we Sabrina and we win. We shall see what happens here. I get the feeling we are good. Yeah, we're super good. Well, no, not necessarily, because we can't knock out the Paris. Interesting. I'm not sure what I do. We could just hit the Scyther. We do have research here. Let's use this first. We're not going to Sabrina here because they could just bring in the Paris. Okay, interesting. We can Pokeball probably back to Sudowoodo. Hey, what's up, bud? I missed you. I was wondering where you went. Let's play this so we have something. Just so there's something. And then we'll play the energy on, I guess, on a Sudowoodo. And then we do a Submarine Blow here because the hope is that they bring in the Paris or something else. And then we can use Sabrina. But the Executor could come out at any minute too here. So we'll see. Okay. We just win here, I guess. Definitely somebody, it's their first time playing the game. We'll make this quick. This can happen. We're late enough in this 5-win streak thing that you'll go against people like this. It's possible. You know? And it's brutal out there. You gotta get wins. And we gotta win. Definitely not the kind of deck you're usually going to be going against, but hey, trust me, this deck still cooks. All right, so it's important to note, our first match that we had was a match you'll very much likely have in these 5-win events. The Celebi deck, you'll see that. We got 2 different accounts, or the same account, I think, conceded against us. And then we went against somebody who just started playing the game, was trying to use a rental, and we beat them. We are currently on 4 wins. I didn't think we'd be getting a 5-win streak in this video. Oh, we might not. We'll see. Let's see how this match goes. Hopefully it's a legitimate match. I really like this deck, and I want to show it off, and I don't want you guys to think, man, this guy just got 5 wins in a row just because 2 people conceded and he went against a noob, you know? Oh, it's a steal. Okay, perfect. Okay. This is what I've been waiting for. And we're going second, which isn't the best, but not the worst here. So, if it's a Steel Energy deck, there's a good chance it's the Arceus deck that I mentioned earlier. There's a really popular Arceus deck that's being played right now that has Dialga and Arceus in it. Dialga? And Arceus? And here's the deck. A lot of people like playing this deck, but it takes forever to build energy on it if you're going first. So right now they're in kind of a bad spot. And we're in a really good spot. They'll probably play another basic Pokemon. I think this deck has, like... It has Shaman in it, yeah. I was gonna say. I've seen this deck enough times, guys. I know what it is. Ooh, okay. I think we hold... God, I'm really tempted. Okay, so we're gonna communicate. This is, like, so early for communication, but we do not need 2 Rampardos in our hand. Literally anything else would be great. Like, Sudowoodo would have been good. Marshall's fine, too. I'll take that. And then we're gonna jab this Dialga here. And then... We really wanted Sudowoodo in our hand, if that's okay. That's kind of why we wanted to communicate there. Like, the sooner we get Sudowoodo, the better. But we don't get it, that's okay. Mew. Okay, lovely. I'm fine with that, too. He's going to put energy on the Dialga, and then we're going to Sabrina. So this is why we have Sabrina in the deck. It's to fight back a lot of these decks that rely heavily on ramping to make stuff happen. Oh, and they're going to Sabrina me, the fool. How dare you? I was going to do that to you. Luckily, we don't need that much energy. Like, yeah. I guess we'll... Ooh, I'm tempted. We have to Sabrina here, I think. Like, it sounds silly. Like, we need cards, though. But I think we Sabrina because we want to delay the inevitability of, like, what's about to happen. We want to delay that. Like, they could have a leaf. They could have whatever. You know, it could happen. But we want to delay it as much as possible. I think we'd retreat the Marshadow back into the Riolu here, and we do another jab. Quick jab. Give him a little reminder that we exist here. We really don't have a good start here, but I'm hoping we can make it into a better hand here. But that a lot of things are going to need to happen on this next turn to make this a better chance of us winning. He's thinking. He's going to heal the Shaman. That's why I love this deck. Okay, so he had to... He's going to heal the Shaman? Surely he's going to heal the Shaman. He's going to put Rocky Helmet on his Dialga. That's cute. Maybe that was an early Sabrina, but like that alone helped us a ton because now we're really doing good against energy costs here. A Fossil would be great. Okay. Okay, so we're in a spot, and it's not a good one. I think we need to... Oh, I shouldn't have put the energy on the Marshadow. I should have communicated and then seen if I got... I think we end turn. He's only going to do 30 damage next turn. God, there's a lot of stuff we need next turn. We really need Lucario at some point for sure. We really could use, like, Sudowoodo would be really good, too. Jeez, that's loud. I'm sorry. We really could use Lucario, I think. Lucario would be really nice. Okay, so we research. Yeah. We're definitely going to research first to get some cards out. Okay, 2 Pokeballs. Actually, not a terrible research. Not the best, but not the worst. I don't actually... Yeah, because there's another Riolu we can pull, too. I was like, maybe 2 Pokeballs wasn't the best, but that's okay. So we've got a lot of Pokemon out of our deck right now. So we're going to bring in... Okay. We're going to bring in Sudowoodo. I think we're going to actually do... Because there's no guarantee. The Fossil's not at the bottom of our deck. And by the time we can build a Fossil, it's going to be too late. So I think we just play the other Riolu. And then we're going to communicate one of our Rampardos and pray that we don't get the other Rampardos. Because the only other Pokemon in the deck are Lucario right now. It's a 2 out of 3 chance. Okay. So what we do here is we're going to retreat the Riolu, because it's weak, into our Sudowoodo. We are then going to evolve our Riolu into Lucario. We are going to put the energy on Sudowoodo, and Sudowoodo is going to be popping off with 70 damage this turn. It's going to take some damage from Rocky Helmet, and there's a good chance Arceus comes in this next turn, but that's not too big a deal because we do knock it out. Our Marshadow does 120 base without the extra weakness on it. It will be doing, what? 150 damage. And he can't put a Giant Cape on it because he already has a Rocky Helmet on it. So he's going to knock us out here, but then we just knock him out in return. And he had to use Leaf to back off the Dialga. Ooh, we're cooking. If you're not sure if we're cooking in the kitchen, we're cooking in the kitchen. Right now, there's nothing else in his hand that we're really that afraid of. Other than the Arceus. Like, once we knock out this Arceus, we're not really afraid of the Dialga. It's already kind of weak. And there's the Skull Fossil. There we go. And we're good. So we're doing 140 damage here. Perfect amount of damage to knock out Arceus. That's why we love this deck. Because once you get Lucario up and you can get Marshadow going, we're knocking out that Arceus. We're not afraid. Next turn, we get Rampardos. And then the turn after that, we get Rampardos. So we're not afraid of anything right now. He doesn't have anything that can knock out our Marshadow right now. And even if he knocks out the Marshadow next turn, like I said, we have Rampardos ready to go. And we win. So we're going to keep the Marshadow in here. He's going to attack it for 30 damage here. And then I think we attack the Dialga. And then we'll have 10 health left, which leaves us in a good spot. If they Giovanni us here, there is something to say for us, like you could theoretically here, if you want to hear like what my thought process is on this. I'm not afraid of that. You might think I am, I'm not. Because we do, oh, I'm sorry how loud that is. We have Rampardos. Rampardos is going to do 170 to that Arceus the turn after this here. So we just place this Cranidos here. We're going to place an energy onto, it really doesn't matter who we put an energy onto. We're pretty much guaranteed to win here. But I'm wondering, is there any way that he can just knock us out with something dumb? No. He would have to use, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to attack with Marshadow. It'll have 10 health left. We'll be in a good spot. If he had Giovanni, we would be in a weirder spot. But what I would do is I would retreat the Marshadow into the Riolu. We could do that right now if we didn't have the Cranidos. But then, like, you know, what if we don't have, you know, if we get the other Lucario, it's in the deck. You kind of would rather have the Riolu stay alive. But if your Marshadow had 20 health, I would retreat the Marshadow into your Riolu and then just attack with the Riolu. You know, why not? So we're going to put the energy onto, I guess, the Cranidos, just because. And then we're going to attack with Revenge here, which does 60 damage. It does a fair amount of damage here, thanks to the Lucario. And we take 20 damage, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no way they can, like, knock us out here without attacking us. They have to attack. And by then we win, because we have Rampardos ready to go. Rampardos does 130 damage. Thanks to the weakness, it does 150 damage to Arceus. And thanks to Lucario, it does an extra 20. So it'll do 170 damage. We win. Guys, this deck, we had what was probably not the best start. You know, we did go second, to be fair. But we still didn't have, like, you know, all we had was Riolu. And they're healing 10 health every turn, you know. But we made it work. We stalled enough to the point where we made it work. And that's the beautiful part about this deck. This being a single prize deck is also so nice, too. But we had options as well. Like I said, we had options. Like, they could have Cyrus. Like, there's probably Cyrus in this deck. Oh, there's the other Lucario. Oh, do we knock it out? No. We'd have to evolve still. You see how much damage we're doing, though? It's, like, crazy how much damage we do with this head smash. Don't even need to put energy on it. Who cares? 190 damage. This deck cooks. I love this deck. This deck's, that was 5 wins, by the way. Hey, we'll take them where we can get them. This whole video, we got 5 wins. We did it. We won our first one, which was the legitimate match. We got conceded against twice. Hey, sometimes you gotta take them where you can get them. We went against someone who just started playing the game. I don't know how they even found the event screen, but it is how it is. I mean, this still could have gone either way on that deck. Who knows? Probably not, but. And then we went against the meta tournament winning deck, which is the Arceus deck. And this deck is like a direct counter to that deck, and a lot of people are using it right now. So yeah, there you go. I hope you guys had a fantastic time watching the video. I know I had a ton of fun making it. If you guys could like and subscribe, it would mean a ton. This is Clocky. I hope you enjoyed the 5 wins we got to see in this video. And I'm clocking out.